Jumping back, I see Remain Calm from chat had asked a question about anchoring emblems. And since we just started talking about crafting, we can go into details on how those will work for us. Anchoring emblems are the rewards you guys have gotten from the turkey quests so far. They provide, remove the destruction chance at celestial grades and divine grades for weapons, armor, and accessories. Those are introduced in the 3.0 update. In order for everybody to craft them, you need to have a community center at rank 3 that supports something called the Brilliant Workbench. Once that workbench appears, players are able to craft those anchoring emblems. There's a secondary method for the NAEU version also. Masons, deeply skilled masons, can also craft them without the requirements of the Brilliant Workbench. So those two methods, again, the Brilliant Workbench at the community center can be accessed by everybody, even sneaky pirates. And the personal Mason version has a pretty high skill requirement, but allows you to create those without the use of the Brilliant Workbench. In addition to that, the recipes for some of the crafting weapons and armor, the traditional stuff through your Ionod tier, have changed the number of essences that are required and the number of other materials that are required. Another great change is crystal and rock salt stabilizers are going away. Charcoal and dragon essence stabilizers will remain. Charcoal becomes the new stabilizer currency and is used in all of the previous recipes. If you have existing crystal or rock salt stabilizers, they can be right-clicked to be converted to charcoal stabilizers. And this is just to simplify that situation. Any hostile port of call that you decide to turn in packs for resources will now yield charcoal stabilizers, with the exception of Friedrich Island that will still offer dragon essence stabilizers. So rip rock salt, rip crystal, that's a change that's coming. The last main change that I wanted to talk about for crafting is the introduction of Ionod salvaging for wisps. This has been a request for you guys over the last couple months since the release of 2.9, when we had originally talked about it and realized that it wasn't quite right for our system. So we will destroy, Evenstone, an Ionod stone staff at epic grade, and we'll see the wisps that are resulted from it.
As is the tradition, the sacrifice of the Ionod stone staff.
And that bad boy gave 175 wooden mono wisps. That's kind of a big deal, because as we see Obsidian Tier 7 become more common and the need for wisps increase, Ionod can now be salvaged in that regard, and it produces wisps. Yes, it hurts me too to see that salvage, but it is a stone staff, so the sacrifice is necessary. We can also explain that the machining proficiency gains an improvement, and this is kind of natural progression of ArcheAge. So now you will be able to, and I don't know if you can show it in this build. You can't, in fact. Yeah. But if you guys see on the screen, we can use this as an example, even though this isn't the way it's going to be. But its illustrious and magnificent tiers can be crafted using wisps to the automatically upgradable version. That means you don't unseal 1 and 4, you automatically unseal the upgradable version when you reforge using wisps. That will also be applied to the Ethereum tier with the Revelation update. So that means you basically can reforge Ethereum pieces to auto-craft a sealed Delph, and that sort of delivers us to a point where Delphinot is more accessible. There's no way to automatically upcraft Delph